Warning: this game contains subject matter such as suicide, depression, and self-harm. If you or anyone in the room are sensitive to these topics, this game may not be for you. Viewer discretion is advised.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Let's do it.
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls.
Perhaps.
Foreshadowing.
Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I almost said circumcisions there, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
Okay, so before we actually get into this minigame here,
Okay.
well, obviously it's going to explain it.
Okay.
Pick the words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So what's going to happen is you're going to select words. Just click OK. So you see all these words? You have 20 selections to make. Each time you make a selection, whichever person that word applies to, their sticker will jump up and down.
Okay.
Okay, so who are we going for? I guess that's the first thing we need to deal with.
I'm going for Yuri.
You're going for Yuri?
I'm going for Yuri.
So Yuri is very intellectual.
Yeah.
She uses a lot of big words.
Intellectual.
Philosophy.
Philosophy. There we go.
Contamination,
No,
perhaps?
that's kind of just dark and horrible. Essence.
Essence.
Yeah, there we go. Heaven sent. Yes, there we go. Doki Doki.
Does anyone know what Doki Doki means? It does actually mean something.
Eternity. There we go. That's a good one. Incongruent. What a word. I'm gonna pick it just because I like it. The word incongruent.
And it was Yuri as well.
Boop.
That's an Atsuki word, actually.
Yep.
That's, also,
insight.
something I should warn you about, the more you go for Yuri, the more Natsuki is not going to like you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because they're polar opposites from each other. So it's like, if you write for Yuri, Natsuki doesn't like
wrong
you.
one. That was Natsuki. The tone. There we go. Unstable electricity. Massacre,
yeah.
Oh, you're dark. You are
Horror.
dark, Yuri.
Horror. She
Where's
said
horror?
she liked
Yeah, horror. She likes horror.
horror.
Dark. No, what? Why does Sayori like
Sayori likes dark. Okay.
well, I'm white, so sorry, Sayori.
It doesn't matter that
Infallible.
not all the words match up, as long as the
Sure.
majority of the words.
Okay. Hurt. What?
Dude, you're kind of sucking.
Yeah, well.
What?
What? Okay, tenacious?
Okay, no, hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Hold on.
We gotta get this right. We gotta
Scars?
Nope. Yes, actually, yes. Really?
Why are so... What's wrong with you, Sayori? Out?
No, that's not gonna work. That's gonna be a Natsuki word. It's very simplistic. Melody is also
Unending?
Unending, we could try, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
One
After
two
image.
more.
After image.
Yeah, there we go. Disarray?
That's a little bit of a spoiler if you
Yeah,
didn't.
disarray. Alright.
After image is actually a spoiler that if you...
Hi again, Erin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha.
Nah, don't worry. I ain't running,
I'm not that much of a prick.
I ain't running away from you. Redhead with green eyes.
Is she redhead?
Yes. Is she a redhead?
She looks brunette to me.
No, she's a redhead.
But then again, the color scale on my monitors are
Yeah, no, she's a redhead.
fucking weird, so...
Considering this is the second episode, if you're watching this on YouTube, let's make a poll. Is Monica a redhead or a brunette? I'm voting redhead.
If you are watching on YouTube,
Yes.
again, sorry for the people that are watching the stream or have gone back to watch the stream, because it will also be archived here on Twitch for a little bit.
Yep.
But if you are watching on YouTube, I will actually be putting a poll in the top right corner in the I section. Click it.
Yep, right about here. Just see it pop up.
Yep. And
yeah, okay.
make your choice.
Yep, I'm going for redhead. Steve thinks she's a brunette.
I think she really is a brunette.
No,
I
she's
really
redhead. Definitely redhead. Redhead, green eyes, that's typical redhead.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Also me. I'm always the last one to class.
I'm trying to narrate here.
Sorry.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Aaron. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you.
No, I'll commit to you
you
any
were
day.
not a commitment worth worrying about. It's okay.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like, he deserves any slack.
Wow, Natsuki, a little bit of a bitch.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too.
Sayori sold us out!
Well, I don't know if you plan on just coming here and hanging out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Oh, I'll take Yuri seriously. The rest of you go fuck yourselves.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Manga.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Is it literature? I don't. See, I think it is because it's a written form.
Okay.
And that's literally the definition of literature, isn't it?
Well, I don't know the definition of literature, so I wouldn't
We're
be.
gonna look it up.
Okay, well, you do that. I'm gonna keep on going.
Okay.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm so glad nobody can see my destiny.
Don't worry, guys. Aaron always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Shots fired. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
Okay, sorry, real quick. The definition of literature.
Yes.
Written works, especially those considered to be superior or lasting artistic merit. So written work would be manga as well, because it is written. It just has pictures as well.
Alright, cool. Done deal.
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. You have nothing to be jealous of. How come you and Aaron can become good friends too?
Sayori.
I love how everyone's just so awkward about it.
Yeah. I mean, no reason to be awkward about
Literally
it.
not.
No reason. I'll give you 2 reasons not to be awkward about it, Rainy. As usual.
Oh, that's wrong voice. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into.
Oh, Yuri, you even brought something today. You know.
Ooh.
Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really.
why
Oh,
would he-
waifu already brought us a gift.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
You never do.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Yeah, is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, kiss me.
Oh, just kidding. Pulls out a book. Books are cool too. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I know.
didn't want
It is a
you to-
literature club after all.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
It's not accidental. She's trying really hard.
Oh, no, she's not.
You don't think so?
No. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew.
Sorry, vape is killing me.
Jeez. Well, you can read at your own pace. I'll look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
Monica,
Sayori-
you're literally the laziest president ever.
Yeah, Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
She's back in the closet, guys.
No, Yuri went to the closet first.
Oh, okay, so now everyone's just going into the closet and coming back out?
Yeah.
This is a normal thing? Are they all...
Well, yeah, I'd be fine with that. Just get everyone involved. I'm really curious to talk about Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh. We just had a music change.
Yep. This is Yuri's music.
Oh. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second.
Intense.
But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered that. I was just spacing out. Admit to the fact that you were checking her out, dude. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place.
But you weren't focused on your book. You were focused on my rock hard abs.
But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious.
Oh, just wrong voice. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov.
foreshadowing.
There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange.
You're making a lot of noise with that can.
It keeps popping whenever I put my thumb on it.
Well, don't squeeze it so hard.
I'm not trying.
Are you trying to break the can? We got Hulk Steve over here. I'm just gonna drink this can of Arizona. Oh yes, drink this can of Arizona. It's wonderful.
Hashtag not spawn.
Oh yeah.
Just really, really good.
I totally forgot about that. Anyway, continuing.
She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
It's literally my life. Something starts to happen, my life just falls apart, and I lose everybody.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Aaron?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
You forgot in the last 15 minutes. Well done.
It's just that those kinds of stories They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they can believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like, oh, look at that face. Oh my god. She's so cute.
She is.
But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange.
That's literally me with video games and anime, so I totally get where Yuri's coming from.
And please stop me if I'm talking too much.
You won't.
Steve, you're talking too much.
Sorry.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. I'm gonna use the proper grammar for this. It is a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Well, what are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. ... Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. She's gonna be slipping into something on me.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
It's the Canadian thing to do.
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Yeah, Yuri's Canadian. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Ooh.
First base.
It feels like my arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Oh, I like it. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready? Oh, look at her, look at me.
That's side glance.
Oh, that's side glance.
To turn the page.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second.
I wonder by what?
I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer.
All that cheeky smile she's got going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. Alright. Second episode on YouTube. Boom.
Yes.
Done. Cut and finished. Let's go. See you next week. Thank you for joining us. Alright.
And if you're watching the stream, let's continue.
Let's continue on Twitch. We continue reading.
This actually makes it very easy because you're literally breaking it up in my editing, so I just need to find those.
making it easy for you.
Appreciate it.
Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Foreshadowing.
That actually picks up your whispers a lot better than I thought it would.
You think so? Oh, wrong voice.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does, like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Oh no, don't frown, Yuri. It's okay.
It was meant to be a compliment, Yuri.
Yuri remains silent for a moment. Oh no, get back together. Get the arm around her.
We technically still are.
Okay.
It's just...
But Aaron, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wow, Aaron, you're being a jerk.
You're like, hey, this girl second guesses everything she does, just like you!
Oh, wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. ...
Are you dumb?
I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone.
Oh!
Way to butt in, Monica.
Way to cock block, jeez.
Oh man, Monica, see? Monica's just like, oh, look at this. Yuri and Aaron are hitting it off. I'm just gonna pop right in here. Like, what's up, guys?
And
How's it
something
going?
I didn't mention during the poetry game in the last episode. Did you notice Monica's sticker wasn't there? Monica doesn't have a sticker.
What? What sticker?
In the poetry minigame,
Oh, yeah.
Monica does not have a sticker. She's not even an option.
Yeah.
Just fun fact.
Yeah.
And yet they seem to be pushing Monica onto us a lot.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
See, for me, like, whenever I put down a book, because I do have a lot of books, they're just in another place right now. I always I'll use like a plastic fork as a bookmark. It doesn't matter. I will literally just slip something into the book to remind myself of where I am.
Fair enough.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Okay, so before you choose Yuri, it is always a good idea to talk to Monica first, because Monica is essentially the tutorial. So if you talk to Monica, you may get some insight on other people later. So Monica and then Yuri.
Let's do Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed so eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi, Erin. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Keep you in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ha ha ha. Don't worry, Erin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true.
You have a hard time with contractions, don't you?
Things are difficult. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Erin. I was going to ooh in my head while reading it.
Oh, I was going ooh.
It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked out anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel.
Okay. I will gladly ignore you.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Or letting people deeply analyse all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Different women a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you.
Oh, see, this is why I wish we had a camera for you guys. Next time we will, don't worry.
If you have one, Aaron, bring it over. I can see it.
No, the only thing I have is a Xbox Connect. Product placement.
I'm looking at getting it. I'm looking at getting the Windows version for it.
Product placement.
To do that.
Okay.
But
Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles. Hairy styles.
One Direction.
But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't forget,
No comment.
So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm trying to impress Yuri, Monica, so you can just, GTFO.
Stop trying to get in my pants and just leave me be.
Exactly, I'm trying to get Monica, or not Monica, Yuri's pants.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright. Monica's poem.
You don't have to read it in her voice.
Okay,
either.
thank God.
You can just read it in your normal voice because you're the one reading it, right?
Okay, click outside poem. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas.
My retinas.
Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in.
You skipped some of it. What'd you do?
I don't know.
You clicked outside the poem area.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
back.
Okay. Hold up. Can we fix this? No. Ah, frick. Sorry, guys. Aaron fucked up.
Yep. Well, I tried to scroll.
Should we save game? Just in case.
Yeah, let's save the game now. All right.
If you ever do miss dialogue, there is a history button.
Yep.
That you can go back, but the poems are not included in the dialogue.
All right. Let's go return to this game. Okay. So yeah, I just missed a whole bunch of poem.
You missed like half the poem.
Well, I tried to scroll. You guys saw the mouse on the screen. I clicked and I tried to drag and it didn't work. Oh, and now I'm clicking and it's skipping through stuff. So that is my fault. I will take the blame for that.
She asked, "What do you think?" But anyway.
Yes. It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
But we wouldn't know that because Aaron skipped it.
Yeah, I did. What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make anything progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Okay, so should we do Yuri and then end the episode?
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right, Yuri, let's go. Let's go, Yuri. Oh, Yuri. Oh,
Yuri, Bay.
Oh, Yuri is Bay. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
It's because you like me.
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Can you stop coughing during the stream? My goodness.
Sorry, hashtag vape life.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a stream here, so if you could stop coughing into the mic, that would be greatly appreciated.
It's my freaking stream!
Well, not like you're doing any of the work. You sitting here, you little neat.
I'm freaking watching the chat!
I'm watching the chat. Doesn't look like it. Looks like your phone is on a black screen right now.
It's because nothing is happening. It's because this stream, like, literally nobody is watching right now.
Well, people will watch on YouTube. Right, guys? Yeah, you're right. You'll watch on YouTube. Okay, let's continue. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly. Then I look at my poem again. ... Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, so...
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. She is pretty dreamy. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Don't skip her.
Alright, I'm not, because there's nowhere to scroll, so it's okay. I'm not gonna mess this one up, because I can't scroll anywhere. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms?
Yep.
Calms, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, okay.
I do like that. Okay, now can I go forward?
Click outside of her poem.
Click outside of her poem. Dot, dot, dot. Can you stop vomiting on the floor? There's a giant puddle there now. That's disgusting. We're gonna need to mop that up. Oh, any more it's gonna get on my feet.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
No, there's only one word I couldn't really pick up. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Don't use the word pretty!
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, Aaron.
Really?
I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past.
This is really dark.
And soon be left with nothing.
Oh, hello, viewer.
Hello,
we have
viewer.
a viewer.
Sweet, how's it going?
How you doing?
Oh, excuse me.
Hope you're doing great. Hit us up in the chat. I check it. So, say hi.
Occasionally. Majority of the time it's just a black phone. You don't do absolutely nothing. Or you could just say, "Hey, what's going on?" in the chat, and you can get them involved.
Yeah. Say hi in the chat.
Or you could.
I'm going to right now.
Yeah.
Shut up.
My goodness, get off your ass and do something, Steve. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, that's a little side glance of hers. My goodness.
Yeah.
I love that side glance.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Aaron.
She's gonna be doing her best for me.
Only the
Me
best
too.
for you.
Only the best for me. Alright, who should I show my poem to next? We are going to pick this up in the next episode on YouTube.
But
That's
if you're
going to
watching
be...
the stream, which nobody currently is again,
well, it's all good.
we are going to continue.
Yeah,
And
continuing the stream, but we're cutting this out for YouTube.
thank you guys so much for watching. If you
Yep.
liked it, make sure to hit the like button down below and check in next week for the next episode.
Like, subscribe, comment.
I read all
love
your
stuff.
comments, guys, so please comment down below. Tell us what you think. If we're doing something wrong, tell us we're doing something wrong. I mean, not that it really matters because we're literally going to finish this game today, but
Yeah.
we'll know,
We'll know
in
for
the
the next
future.
one. Yes, for sure. All right, well, let's continue on for the viewers in the stream. There's so many, it can't even compute.